Good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Cilmi, County Legislator here at East Islip High School with Bridget Lopiccolo, who is the chair, or what do you call it exactly?
Advisor.
The advisor for the SAD Club, Students Against Destructive Decisions. And with Ms. Lopiccolo, we have Marie, who is the president of the SAD Club, and also Lily and Rachel. And we're here today to talk about something that the school does every year, and I know you've been doing it for several years now, called Grim Reaper Day. And so I'm going to ask these students a couple of questions, and they'll tell you all about it. So, Marie, you're president of the SAD Club, and I see you're dressed as a Reaper right now. Tell us what Grim Reaper Day is here in East Islip.
Grim Reaper Day represents the statistic that every 11 minutes, somebody passes away due to drug overdose or addiction or alcohol use. Every 20 minutes here at the high school, because it's impossible to do it in alone, we go and strike a student. We go into the classroom. I'm dressed as this. I choose a student. I stand in front of their desk, and that student then will not speak for the rest of the day to symbolize the people that have passed away.
So every 20 minutes, you walk into a classroom, and is the student pre-selected, or you just select them when you walk in?
Sometimes the student volunteers ahead of time. Sometimes it's random. It depends. Kind of half and half. Ms. Lopiccolo also reads a account of a police call about the situation.
So an actual police call you read?
Correct.
Okay.
As I walk around the room and choose a student.
Okay, and so you choose the student, and the student stands up, and then you just stare at the student, and...
The student usually stays seated, and then I stand in front of them. Ms. Lopiccolo says, I do not speak. Ms. Lopiccolo says, you have been chosen by the Reaper, and then she talks about what that means to them, and then they exit the room with us, and we gave them today a mask that says struck by the Grim Reaper.
Okay.
And then they are asked not to speak for us.
Gotcha. Okay, so Lily, you have actually been struck by the Reaper today. So we have special dispensation for Lily, because she's not supposed to speak, but special dispensation from the Reaper herself for her to speak for a couple of minutes. So how does it feel when the Reaper walks up to your desk and you know that you're selected now as the one person who represents a death as a result of drug or alcohol use?
Well, I knew it was happening because I actually signed up for it, and I was doing it to show other students to raise awareness about what this day was really about, and to show that you never know when your best friend next to you could be the next one that could actually die from a drug overdose or alcohol use.
Gotcha. And do you know anybody who?
Yeah, actually I do.
You do?
Someone who overdosed from drugs.
So without using that person's name, somebody overdosed.
Yeah, a family member.
How long? A family member.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. How long ago?
It was when I was younger.
When you
I'm
were
not
young?
sure exactly the age, but I don't quite remember it, but it was talked about.
Usually it's people our age that are saying when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate that at such a young age yourself, you can talk about when you were younger in this way, and hopefully you have good memories of that person, and hopefully that memory lives on with you, and obviously it's inspired you to be a voice in your own school. So God bless you for that. And Rachel, how about you? You've been struck by the Reaper as well?
Oh no, actually I am the Reaper.
You
But,
are the Reaper.
Yeah.
Let me take a step back.
So I go in with Miss Lopiccolo. I only did one period so far, but
Okay.
so I chose one person,
Okay.
and it was a very interesting experience since this is my first time doing it.
Okay. This is a big problem in New York, certainly everywhere, right? Drug abuse and alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
So the national statistic, I understand, is one person dies every 13 minutes as a result of drugs or alcohol. Let me ask you, Rachel, and you are in 10th grade here, right, at East Islip High School. do you see drug and alcohol abuse as a problem in the school with your peers?
Mostly if people like they'll go to parties and drink, or it's just vaping in the bathrooms. Like sometimes I'll walk into the bathroom and there's someone vaping. So it's not as serious now, but it's definitely going to lead to future problems. And when they go to college and they have more freedom, so the alcohol, they'll drink till they black out and it destroys their body.
So when you're being the reaper and you're selecting somebody, how does that make you feel? Like, do you actually feel like to me, I was explaining this program to somebody on my way here this morning, and I was actually sort of feeling a little, like, it's very dramatic,
Yes.
right? I was feeling a little choked up almost a little bit, because to think that you're portraying somebody's death as a result of, it's pretty heavy stuff. How does it make you feel?
Like the actual police reports, I listen to the police reports, and it's like just shocking how you're just either like driving or you're having like a fun night out with your friends, and then the next day one of your friends isn't there, and it's just like it's permanent. It's not some like mask like, oh, I can't talk for the day. It's like you're gone from everybody's life.
Right.
Rachel's father is in law enforcement, and he works for Suffolk County, and he sees this every day.
So you probably
Every
can't
day.
hear Miss Lopiccolo, but she said Rachel's father is in law enforcement, and he sees this every day.
Yes.
Tell him thank you on behalf of everybody in Suffolk County. Tell him that I said thank you
Okay.
for his service to our community and to the police department. So listen, I can't thank you all enough for what you're doing here today. We know that education works. And Ms. Lopiccolo, thank you so much for your stewardship of this club over the years. You and I
I
have,
lost 8 students. 8 students.
you've personally seen 8 students
died due to drugs and alcohol. And they're former students. They're not in the high school anymore. They were alumni. And it starts with, hey, I'm going to drink at a party. And things kind of just spiral out of control. What I find also amongst communities like ours is, it's not someone saying, I want to be the heroin addict, I'm going to do this or that. It's, I have an injury and I got oxycodone for pain, and now I'm addicted. It's not as much, you'll see the drinking. The district has handled the vaping in the bathroom and got all over that. Let's stop that. They handled it right away. But it's these other things that kind of build up over time. So it's not someone that's in high school that usually dies from drugs, alcohol. It's when they're in their 20s. They're out of college. They're already starting their job and things just get out of control. So I have vowed, I've been doing this for a long time, 20 years, I am not going to stop this until this stops, because I am not going to another wake for one of my former students. It is devastating. It is my worst day of teaching. I've had kids collapsing in my arms, hysterical. It's awful. And I am proud to be the advisor of SAD and a teacher of the district. And our district is so supportive of our programs because they don't want to be another statistic. So kudos to East Side for making sure that we got to do Grim Reaper this day, this year. Since everything looks a little different, we made sure we got it done. So thank you for East Side for doing that, and thank you for all the students. And every year I always say to the seniors, be a positive influence on the younger kids, because they'll say, oh, this is kind of goofy, oh, someone's in a costume. The seniors have started seeing people. They know people in their families, and now they're affected. So, really, thank you, Tom, for meeting with us today and doing everything in your power to stand behind us, Suffolk County stand behind us.
It's good to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Bridget, and thank you all again for what you're doing. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.